trust that we're here? Are we
Sit
really
still.
here?
I'm not going to move.
We don't move. They can't tell we're here.
No.
Okay. No, I think we're good. I think we're actually good. Can y'all hear us, y'all?
Oh, but also the
Hey.
background movie. What?
Excellent.
Do we have an
Background music.
echo?
No, we're supposed to have the background music. Is it too loud?
Okay.
Is the question. If it's too loud, we'll pause it. Sorry, today's the day of tech issues. Like, nothing is working, including people. No, it's subtle. Good. We love subtle.
Great.
Excellent.
Yay.
Then we're going to leave it as is. So, hello and welcome. My name's Natara. I'm here as your interviewer, host, person who's just chilling. Don't mind that we don't have names. Technology is cursed and was a mistake. I'm here with the wonderful Dr. Rachel Kowert. How are you today?
I am good. How are you doing today?
Absolutely fabulous now that we got this and other things working.
Yay!
And for those who are just joining us, today has been a day of things just not working, including people. So please, we beg you for patience. You're all wonderful. But we're here now. We're made it. We're doing great, and we're gonna talk about some cool things like the Psychgeist of pop culture books and The Witcher.
Yes, if you say come talk about The Witcher, I magically appear. It's like a superpower.
I love
that I have.
Best sort of
superpower. Yeah. I mean, are you a Witcher fan?
I am certainly of the Netflix series. I haven't had a chance to either read the books or play the games. But I am aware of all of that existing, so I feel like I'm doing okay.
Yeah, no, the series, well, a step back. My husband played the game and I watched. Okay. I love watching other people play. And I was like, it looks fine. It looks fun. It looks right up my alley. I don't have 200 hours, but great. Good for you. And then I found the Netflix series and then I went back and did all the other things because I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely up my alley. But the Psychgeist of Pop Culture, let me get the book. I should have gotten it. It's not like we were sitting on Zoom for like 40 minutes.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a new book with beautiful Geralt on the cover.
We love that.
We do. I have a series of books. It's called The Psychgeist of Pop Culture, published by ETC Press, which is out of Carnegie Mellon. And The Witcher is the first book. So basically the series highlights iconic pop culture things. And I thought if I'm doing it, I have to start with The Witcher.
Oh, absolutely. So. Well, the Witcher is so good anyways. So so what exactly do you mean when you say the zeitgeist of like popular culture?
Yeah, so Zeitgeist is a phrase I came up with when I created my YouTube channel to talk about kind of the science of the era, right? Because I focus a lot on video games. So it's a little funny play on words from Zeitgeist. And then that focuses specifically on games. And now I'm broadening it to look at television, film, video games, these iconic kind of fandoms that we have and love, and using them as a jumping off point to have scientifically informed, I call them science light conversations about different things. So for The Witcher, it could be about ethics in the Witcher code, right? Geralt is a bounty hunter, but sometimes he doesn't kill the things that people are offering him money for. So how can we talk about ethics and how we see it in Geralt of Rivia and those kinds of things?
Yeah, absolutely. That definitely sounds really interesting. Like, what's your probably most favorite example of that to kind of talk about? The ethics of especially some of the things Geralt has done.
Yeah, I know. That's a really interesting topic. Well, I can tell you what the topics were in the book. We have ethics. We have an exploration of monster theory, because people say Geralt is a monster, but is he really a monster?
Yeah, it definitely comes up in the show.
It definitely comes up in the show. And that was cool. It was written by a theology scholar who takes the work that they use, like the framework to talk about Dracula monster. And he kind of uses it, but with Geralt of Rivia examples.
Okay.
We have non-toxic masculinity. That's going to be my favorite because I wrote that with Dr. Kelly Dunlap. Yes, about how Geralt... You do, you know her. And we talk about how Geralt is a man's man, but not really. not
Yeah.
really, because he's not toxic man.
Yes, which we love.
Which we love for us and for him. Although actually, if I had to pick a favorite, I keep saying this in interviews, like I can't pick a favorite baby because I love them all, but there's a chapter on the music,
Okay.
Jaskier's music in the show.
So good.
And it was looked at from the perspective of music therapy. And she breaks down all the songs and talks about what they reflect. So like the chords are disharmonious and that's what this means. And then in the next song, you hear that he's using this key and that's what this, and it's so interesting.
I love that. I've definitely watched videos about that for some of my favorite games. You know, again, music folks just talking about like, this is so good and here's why, and here's the little change they made to indicate this. And you're just like, tell me more.
I know. I just consumed it because it's like, I don't know anything about this world, but it's so interesting.
Absolutely.
And the songs are really catchy.
So yeah,
and then we talk about trauma. We talk about parenting. We have a chapter on Vesemir because the grumpy old man of the story is always my favorite.
Yep.
You know, it's a little bit of everything, a little trauma, a little attachment, a little music. And also I linked it in the chat. You can download the PDF for free.
Oh, nice.
So you can read it all. I mean, I recommend the paperback because it's gorgeous, but
yeah, it is.
You can read the content for free. So,
well, there you go, everyone. I know it's a hard time of year, so if you can support, which I know we all want to, but it's hard, you can get the PDF for free. So yes, that was linked in chat. Definitely, we'll keep reposting that as well to make sure. Actually, let's just pin it for this. There we go.
Free, free is awesome. Science shouldn't have a paywall. Like one of the reasons I went with ETC Press was for that purpose exactly, because I feel like anyone who wants this information should get it. So you can go download your PDF there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna do this. Okay, cool. Thing's yelling at me. I'm making it not yell. Technology, please convince me you weren't a mistake today. So, and that's absolutely fabulous. So when was it that this book came out?
It just came out in October. It has not been out very long. Yeah.
So like less than a month. That's
less than a month.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really, really proud of it. And it's really great read. And also the voice of Geralt from the games wrote a chapter in the book. And the showrunner from the Netflix show did the blurb on the back.
Oh, that's so good.
So it's really special. Yeah.
It's even better when you can get the buy-in of, folks involved and such.
Totally.
I love that. And how do you feel about and I'm blanking on his name, and that's gonna feel real bad.
I know exactly what name you are looking for.
The wonderful gentleman who plays Geralt in the Netflix series. How do you feel about his interpretation and like how he and the fact he's leaving? He's getting replaced, and I don't know. I'm sad about that, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, or is it? Is it a bad thing?
Look, I love Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, that's it. Listen, Fred's not working today.
Yeah, I love him as Geralt very, very much. I'm very sad he's leaving.
I think we all
I will still watch the show, but yes, I mean, he's great.
Yeah, we definitely hope Liam Hemsworth does a great job as well. But like, boy, are the boots he's trying to fill huge.
Yes, I mean, at least Henry's going off to he's doing a Warhammer series. Like that could be really interesting.
Is that why he's leaving?
Yeah.
He loves Warhammer.
Yeah, so he's going to produce, I guess with Netflix, maybe, a series.
Yeah.
About that. So
I
gotta
around. Say, okay, good. I love that he's such a nerd as well, and you can just see that passion come through because like there's definitely like he's a good actor anyways, let's be clear, but you can see his passion for the subject matter come through.
Absolutely. And I think that's too part of the reason, honestly, that the series was so good in the beginning is because you had the buy-in of all the nerds who played the game and read the books and was like, one of us. I mean, the show is great anyway, but yeah, I think it really helps that he had the nerd street cred to bring to the show.
Oh, absolutely. Chat, while we're talking about Warhammer, what's your favorite fantasy and or 40K army if you have one? You can either put it in chat or put it in a donation comment, and
Yeah,
I'll
we
be the
are.
one reading them out for you. So definitely want to keep an eye on that.
I have never played Warhammer, but if Henry wanted to invite me to a game, I would go.
You'd like, I
I
could
would learn.
learn. I could learn.
I could definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
could. Do
played
you
a little
play?
bit.
Okay.
No, I played a little bit at one point. I was building a Necron army, that's from the 40K or the more science fiction Warhammer, and they're basically a race of living metal skeletons, and that just tickled
Oh.
my fancy quite a bit. They're very evil, though. They are not a good. Like, if you look at their history and you read all the lore, you're like, oh, they ain't good people, but they were living metal skeletons. I didn't have a choice. I had to play them. But yeah, no,
That's
I ended
awesome.
up selling my army to a friend who, for a absolute steal of a price, and I believe he is enjoying them a lot. To play in actual tournaments, you have to have them painted, and you have to have the actual figurines. And my ADHD was like, "Nah, we're good."
Yeah, too much, too many notes. Yeah.
Yeah, too many things. Like, when you're just playing with friends, you can just put like little squares of paper and things rather
Right.
than the models. But yeah, it's a lot. Is anyone in 40K not evil? Okay, fair. Let me be clear, I'm not super in on the depth, but I just got the feeling that the Necrons were even more evil than everyone else, which is
Come on. There's gotta be like a paladin army. Right? Come on,
go to
V.
fantasy.
Do you know?
I think in
Yeah.
fantasy, but like I think the closest are like, the oh my god, I'm blanking on the names. Blanking on all the names. The default ones. The paladin army is evil too, apparently.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
The paladins are tyrants. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
That's funny. The human
Yeah, the
faction
human
is 100% tyranny. Well, okay, never mind then. They're all
Okay,
bad.
cool. Yeah, it's let's just go be evil and kill each other. Fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll play anything once.
Yeah,
We'll see.
same.
Yeah.
I love watching people paint the models. I love
Yeah.
that. Seeing people
It's
do
very
like the Hello
soothing.
Kitty armies, that's great.
That's cute. That's cute. See, they might be evil, but they'll be cute.
Exactly. So,
That's funny.
so of course you've written a book now on The Witcher. Are you able to talk about,
Yes.
because you said this is going to be a series?
Yes.
Are you able
I'm
to
so
hint
glad
or
you
talk
asked.
about any
Oh,
future?
absolutely. Absolutely. There'll be one more in the series that comes out before the end of the year. And it is edited by Jess Tompkins, and the subject matter is The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see little Grogu in the back there, who I think I pointed out last year too, because
Yes.
we love a tiny child.
The Mandalorian is next, which is great. I'm very excited. I just got to read like all the chapters. It's very good. It was funny though, because when she set out the call for The Mandalorian, we have like 10 to 12 chapters in each book. And she had like 47 submissions for chapters about Grogu. And I was like, yeah. We can't have that many.
Unsurprising, frankly. But listen, I think you're gonna have to have a two-parter. One book about the Mandalorian and one book about Grogu. Just Grogu, nothing else.
I was
book is like
we
this
gotta
thick.
pivot. No, there is still. There's 13 chapters. I think 3 of them are specifically about Grogu, but probably all of them mention him. Yeah.
To be fair, there's a lot to go in there that isn't just, oh my god, he's so cute. Like, I held off on watching The Mandalorian for quite some time because all I knew about it is it's that Star Wars series with the cute Yoda baby. So I was like, nah, whatever. But then when I started watching it, I was like, no, there's a lot more to this. Plus, it also has cute Yoda baby. Yeah, it's excellent.
It does.
I was really shocked with how good it was and how much it wasn't just being carried by, the cute Yoda baby. And
yes,
absolutely, yeah. If you're here watching, folks, and you haven't watched Mandalorian or The Witcher, highly recommend both. Though little more of a content warning on The Witcher, I will say.
Yeah. For sure.
Mandalorian is very Star Wars, violence. So if you're okay with Star Wars, you should be pretty okay with The Mandalorian.
Yeah. I mean, I watched The Mandalorian with my 8-year-old.
Okay.
It's all right. They can watch it. I don't watch The Witcher, although it's so funny because I talk about The Witcher a lot because that book just came out. And the other day I was playing Mario Kart with my 8-year-old and they were like, look, Mom, I changed my me, and her little me that she made was named Geralt and looked like The Witcher. And then actually, Dr. B is in the chat. I don't know if you've seen Dr. B lately, but his hair is as long as mine. And
Okay.
he's a very tall person. And I was with my 8-year-old at a wedding over the weekend of a mutual friend, and Dr. B was there, and she turned to me. She was like, "Mom, is he the actor that plays Geralt in the show?"
Oh my God, imagine being compared to Henry Cavill. I would be
I
like,
know.
this is it. This is the best day of my life.
I think it was so cute though, because it was so genuine, and he does like with the hair, like he does look
Yeah.
like him.
Well,
I mean, I should have
congratulations,
used
Dr.
his
B.
face
Congrats.
on the cover. I feel like
Right?
making a special Dr. B edition. Maybe we'll do that for like a fundraiser or something.
April Fool's fundraiser.
Yeah, that'd be super fun. But yeah, so Mandalorian's next. And then we have, let me see if I have my list. We have several coming out next year. We have, what do we have? Umbrella Academy.
Another one I thoroughly enjoyed. I haven't actually read the comics, but I am familiar enough. I definitely enjoyed the Netflix series. Oh my God.
I love the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Klaus is my favorite. Do you have a favorite?
Klaus is good. I'm trying to think who is my favorite. It's been a hot second since I've seen
Yeah, it's been a while since the season was on.
Yeah, I definitely have always quite enjoyed Elliot Page's character. Like, he's so good, and the way they handled his transition in the series itself was
so good.
Just so good. And yeah, Klaus is really good though. Klaus
is so good.
Both Chaos Gremlin and a lot of serious stuff going on, and you're like, I'm here for this. 5. Yeah, you know what? Actually,
5.
You're absolutely correct, Dharma Scholar. 5. I just love an angry child, an angry murder child. Just
5 is so good. That's my husband's favorite. He's got a big sticker of him on his computer. When 5 comes back with Dolores, like there's a chapter about 5 and Dolores and their relationship. It's so good.
Again, those are so good.
You should watch Umbrella Academy, people in the chat.
Also
we also have Discworld. Dr. B is editing a book on Discworld. Now, I am not the biggest Terry Pratchett fan. I am a fan. I've only read Small God, so I've only read one, so it's hard for me. But I see by your face, you're a fan.
I'm okay. Less than I'm a fan. I'm a aspiring fan. My mother loves Discworld. I have seen most of the Hogfather special that comes on TV, and of course seen the Good Omens show and read the Good Omens book. That one I've read the book for, and I gotta say the magic that they do to make Aziraphale just so amazing in the TV series, because like he's fine in the book, but once again forgetting actor names who I should know. The actor for Aziraphale in the Good Omens TV series. Oh my God! Like so he good. Just.
David Tennant. Oh, Doctor Who.
No, David Tennant is Crowley.
Oh, the other one.
Is Crowley? Yeah, I'm talking about. Oh,
Michael Sheen.
And I thought about it just as you said it. Yeah, Michael Sheen. And
he's a great actor.
Well, I also love the fact that you get those two men. And for some people, the first time you're seeing them is in this show, and you've got like, grumpy, demonic Crowley, and you've got happy, perky, totally pure Aziraphale, and then you see their actors, and they're absolutely the opposite people. David Tennant is pure sunshine child, like he is so pure, and Michael Sheen is the biggest chaos gremlin in existence, and we love both of them. They're both excellent. And it's definitely good. But yeah, no, I've heard nothing but amazing things about Terry Pratchett. So Terry Pratchett, amazing, lost him far too soon. And his books, from like anyone I know who's read them, are just fabulous and just are kind of deep in this amazing way. And you're just like, to read them. So
I know. It's exciting. I'm excited to read it. I haven't read any of the chapters. So I don't know if Dr. B can give us any sneak peeks about what's in there. I don't even know what's in there. But he's at the helm, so I'm sure it's great.
I'm excited.
But yeah, there's a bunch. There's Blue. We're doing Bluey. Dr. Kelly Dunlap is doing Bluey.
Oh, so good.
Have you seen Bluey
I
episodes?
haven't,
I
and
am
it came up
obsessed.
last year, and I hadn't seen it last year, and I'm not afraid to say I still have not watched any, but
That's
I am
totally fine.
more aware of its
Another
existence now.
recommendation,
Mm,
yes, for the
I keep
audience.
hearing it's great.
It's like these 7-minute episodes
Hmm.
that my kids are on the floor laughing, and I'm like, parenting. Like, it's just like right in the field. They talk about trauma, they talk about generational trauma, they talk
Oh
about,
gosh.
feeling not good enough, but like in 7 minutes, and like a cute little scenario that
Hmm.
like totally goes over the kids' heads.
That's when you know
It's
you've done it
beautiful.
right. That's how you know you've
It's
done it
so
right, when
good.
the kids are
It's
on the
true.
ground laughing and you're here crying at the realness.
Oh my gosh. There's an episode called Baby Race. It's my favorite of all the episodes, but it's
Yeah.
about the mom has a kid, and the kid, all the other kids are doing everything first. They're walking first, they're crawling first, they're speaking
Yeah.
first, they're doing all things first. And so she's trying to like teach her child to like be first at something, and her child is never first at anything. And the mom feels like a failure. And then one of the other moms comes over and she's like, "You're doing a good job." And I'm just like,
Yeah.
know what it
They're like,
is. It
we're
just
getting too
hits
real.
you. I
Yeah.
know. And it's like, 6 minutes in. And then at the end, the baby learns to walk, and it shows you from the perspective of the baby, and it's like grabbing for the mom, and it's like, why do you think they were motivated or whatever? And they're like, I guess they saw something that they wanted. And it's like it's so I cry every time. I've seen it 1,000 times and I cry every time. It's just so good. Yeah. Bluey's great.
That's so heartwarming. I love
I
that.
know. I know. Yeah. And I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't follow that up with the other one coming out next year is Black Mirror.
That is one I purposely have
The
not
opposite.
watched and have
Yeah, I
no
understand.
intention of
I
watching. I know
understand.
my mother watched one episode at one point. It was just like kind of described why she was so upset about it. And I was like, I never need to watch this show. And then I saw her watching something later and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" She's like, "Black Mirror." I'm like, "I thought you gave that up." And she's like, "Apparently only the first episode was that disturbing. The rest of it is a different kind of disturbing." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
That's true. Season 1, episode 1 is really disturbing. And I always tell people, like, don't start with that one because, yeah, if you start with that one, but that, it's gotten worse over time. That's just in relation to the first 2 seasons.
Fair,
Some of them are
fair.
real bad. Yeah, the first
Yeah.
episode is a hard watch, but they're really, I guess, in my line of work, studying technology and psychology, and
Yeah.
it's like something you just can't look away from, even though it's awful.
Mhm. That's fair. That's fair. And maybe I will check it out other than that first episode. Chad, to give you an example of how terrible it is, I literally cannot describe the problem with that episode right now because it breaks our PG-13 rating on this channel.
Oh, definitely it does. Oh, definitely it does.
Mhm.
I'm not sure there's any episodes except there's like one positive episode of Black Mirror called
There's a
San
positive
Junipero.
episode? Wow.
Yes, that's the only one. That might be the only episode actually that we could actually describe on the stream. Like the rest are
Okay.
just, yeah,
Messed
not
up.
not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely saw one about a person who was like going into this virtual world and kind of living there too and coming out, and at some point I think she just kind of lost track as to which one was real, and I think
That
she
might have
felt
been
like
San Junipero.
uh, I don't
Alex
know
after
about
dark.
that.
Did it end poorly?
In my opinion, yes.
Okay, then that's a different episode. Okay.
She did not survive.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Was it
I
the
think,
one where
or
they were like testing virtual reality?
no, I don't know.
There's
Or
like
maybe
there's
that's
one
the
called
one.
Playtest.
Yeah, there's one. Again, my mother was watching it. I just saw most of it. I
Yeah,
think she ended up staying in the simulation, thinking it was real, and just
but it was
chose
no
never
good.
to come back to reality because even though that was the real one and like leaving a partner behind and everything. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
definitely sad.
technology.
Yep.
We were just talking about you walked away during Black Mirror talk. Well, we're still talking about it. Technology, a blessing and a curse. And Black Mirror is a perfect example of that. The blessing and the curses. More the curses.
Yep.
Yes. It's easy
Yep.
to mix up the show with Electric Sheep. Yeah. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of good ones coming. There's a bunch coming in the next couple years. We're trying to do 3 or 4 a year. If you want to contribute, if there's some psychology minded people here, there's currently a couple calls open. I can link to that.
Yes,
For
please.
contributions, like you don't have to have a PhD, you don't have to be a professional psychologist to contribute to these books, but currently we're looking for submissions for Stardew Valley.
Oh my god.
And
Literally was
Destiny.
playing. Oh, nice. I was literally playing Stardew Valley before we started.
There you go. I mean, I'm really excited to see what people submit for Stardew Valley, because
Yeah.
it could be about cozy games. It could be about a particular relationship with a particular character.
Mm-hmm.
There's like so many ways it can go. And in the call for submissions, there's a bunch of examples. Let me see if I can pull it up of like the things they're looking for, like artistic expression and self-discovery, the psychology of facing monsters in the minds. Like you could go and kind of a whole bunch of different directions with that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Ooh, I see one for
check it
Dragon
out.
Age as well. Stranger Things.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of those things in the pipeline. And there's a few coming that we're announcing later in the year. If you want to keep an eye out, we're going to announce a call for papers for Ted Lasso.
That one's got a lot you can talk about. That one.
Yeah.
That one is so good.
It's good.
Oh.
They're great. And I mean, I know I'm biased, but the books are meant to be that you can read if you're a fan of the fandom. Like it's science, like anyone who's a fan of The Witcher can pick this up and read it and understand it. But also if you are a psychologist or like a Psych 101 teacher and you're like, I don't know, I want something interesting about trauma that's not like a boring textbook on trauma. Like there's enough science in here that this is like an actual piece of science that you could share.
It sounds like a really unique way an interesting way of mixing that up and putting it all together.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Yeah.
That was the goal.
Yeah, I love that so much. Well, everyone definitely keep an eye out for those books, and especially remember, you can linked up at the top of the chat. You can download the PDF or buy, if you can afford it, the paper copy of that. And look at it. Look at it. It's literally so shiny. Out less than a month.
Is.
Less than a month.
Yeah, it's brand new. Brand new.
Brand new. Oh my gosh, I love that. So while we're here, chat, if you have any specific questions for Dr. Kowert, please give them in here and we'll do that. In the meantime, I'm going to put on my hosting hat for a minute.
Let's do it. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick look and we're going to let you know at what sort of incentives we have coming up.
Oh, yes.
Things you can donate to in order to, help us raise money for this amazing charity.
Called Take This.
Yeah.
Which we haven't talked about yet, but we can.
We should. I want
We should. We should. Do games make you fun? For those who don't know,
Dr. Goose, get out. Get out. How dare you?
Oh, no. Let's hear all these wonderful things you can donate towards.
So right now we are actually let's talk about prizes for a quick sec. So today's Thursday, so the things, by donating any amount today, you get entered in for you could win a Steam key of the City Skylines bundle. I believe that's one. Yes, that's base game deluxe edition upgrade and 10 bonus DLC. There's an official Take This canvas tote bag, and if you like tote bags, we've also got our own ! Merch. We have, I love this one. It's a copy of the Final Fantasy XIV Eorzea Academy manga. So basically, some folks, like it's official, made a manga with the characters of Final Fantasy XIV in high school. Some of them are teachers, some of them are students. All of it is amazing. Wow. It's super fun. Cool. And we also have a Super Meat Boy vinyl sticker. And that's actually made by Waffle Crone. And so gonna want that. We also have some grand prizes, which you can enter into. we have a custom modded Game Boy Advance. It is in trans rights. It's called the trans rights, but it is in the trans flag colors. So the case is like a light blue, the buttons are the pink, and it's amazing. Casual Geek Dave modded that for us, and the wonderful Take This did donate for us the Gears of War board game. So again, you get
Very
entered
cool.
in for all of those things. So I love them. I love getting prizes. And we can donate as well to specific incentives. Right now we have open for Ogre Battle later. We have any or worst ending. So do we want the any percent ending or do we want the worst ending percent? I haven't played that particular one. It's the one of the Black Queen, but what could go wrong with a worse ending? We also have, speaking of city skylines, we have city skylines. We can select the map. And
Ooh,
currently in the lead is Frosty Rivers with $40. Honu Island is at 15, Wood Garden is at 10, and both Cape Apple and Gondola Islands are at 0. So if you want to change that up and get something different, you can donate towards that. And you can also name the city. Right now, the name is going to be Boulder, Colorado. In a shocking lead, I want to note these are all named for Norse uh, references. So we have San Francisco, we have
that's funny.
Singapore, Freakstaff, Arizona, and Loki West.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on. We got to
And
get some donations for Loki.
none of those have any of them. Right now,
Okay.
Boulder, Colorado, is in the lead. So yeah, you can all fix that, and that's exclamation point donate, which I'm gonna put in the no, that's not an exclamation point laptop keyboard. There you go. Now you can donate.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
pretty great. It is pretty great, I'm
right?
not gonna lie.
Okay, so enough of the host things. So tell us a bit more about Take This and maybe what specifically
Yes.
you do with Take This.
Yes, I would love to. I serve as the research director at Take This. So I
Mm.
lead all of our research endeavors. If you don't know who Take This is, we are the oldest mental health nonprofit that serves the gaming the gaming industry and also gaming communities. So we advocate for game makers and also game players. We want to destigmatize mental health challenges and provide mental health information and support. And we all love what we do. And we want to make games a better place for both the people who make them and the people who play them.
Yeah, which we like to do. So, what does your job as the research director involve? Any like cool things you end up doing with
Yes.
that?
I mean, some cool things. Sometimes I get to consult on games, which are
Ooh,
fun.
that is fun.
Um, I get to keep a pulse on what the conversations are for the people who are studying games and also the challenges that people are facing, either as players or game makers, and come up with new and novel ways to kind of quantify those challenges so we can best figure out how to address them. So, for example, there have been a lot of layoffs in the gaming industry over the last year. I think
Yes, there
6,000 people have
have.
been laid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads. And so this week, actually, we had a meeting with myself, Dr. Kelly Dunlap, Dr. B, and my colleague, Dr. Elizabeth Kilmer. And we were like, how can we kind of better quantify this, what's happening, so we can better advocate for people in the industry? So we drafted up a little survey about like, what role did you have? What kind of studio were you in? So we can figure out, okay, what's actually, who are losing their jobs? What kind of studios are being most affected? What departments are
Yeah,
being most affected? So we can more effectively advocate. And
absolutely.
so, yeah, that's my job, is like solving puzzles that you didn't know were puzzles. And then also writing books about
Yeah.
The Witcher.
Yeah, that oh no, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I know. Poor me. It's great. I love my
hmm
job.
Yeah, and I'm sure we all know of people, like we all have someone in our lives in the gaming industry or adjacent. I have a friend who barely dodged the layoffs. Like he was
Yeah, it's
there when it was
hard.
all happening and was lucky and wasn't affected, but had many coworkers who were. So yeah, it's a really rough time right now.
It
Everywhere, but
is.
those in the gaming industry as well, it's being incredibly hard hit. So I'm sure they definitely appreciate any assistance with that sort of thing.
I mean, yeah, we're here to support, right? I mean, it's a lot of mental and physical stress to have job
Of
insecurity.
course.
Dr. B and Dr. Dunlap just wrote a piece. I'll link it. It's on the front of our webpage right now at takethis.org, but it's about just addressing and talking about the mental health challenges that come along with being laid off. Like even just feeling validated in your experience, like this is tough and it sucks.
Yeah.
And for those who got laid off, it sucks. For those who are still there, it sucks. Like survivor's guilt is definitely a thing that people
Absolutely.
experience. Yeah. So
Yeah, and that article has been linked in the chat. So thank you
it
so much for linking
has.
that for us, Psychgeist. So definitely
Yes.
check it out because, yeah, again, it is not good.
No, it's a really tough time. I mean, and it's really so strange too with all these layoffs because games have like year after year they're making more
Yeah,
money and I saw somebody tweet like if being the most profitable industry isn't a reason to not have mass layoffs, like what is the reason? It almost seems, not nonsensical, but like it is just like why do we keep having these layoffs when everyone is making so much revenue?
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, let's unionize. And we are getting more of that, which is good because it's helping, protect the workers and their rights. So definitely not a bad thing to be doing.
Record
But
profits,
yeah,
unpaid wages. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah, no good.
it's not too good out there right now. Haha.
No, but we're here to provide what support that we can, and
Mhm.
and here's to hoping that all of those people who were affected with the layoffs find a soft spot to land.
Absolutely. And I know I had a
Mm-hmm.
friend a few years ago who he was a company who basically everyone got laid off from that company.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up starting his own. And that ended up working
Okay.
out really well for him and the folks they ended up hiring. But it doesn't always. And that's not always an
No.
option for everyone either.
Yeah. 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 It's tough.
Yeah, it
It's tough.
definitely is. But that's fair. Hey, we're here and we're doing what we can. And
That's it.
it's what you can do.
Do
Excellent.
what we
So,
can with what we
yep,
have. I mean, that's all we can
absolutely.
do. Yeah.
So, speaking more on the video game side, what
Yes.
video games have you been playing lately, if any?
What games have I been playing? I actually have been playing a game. Shocker.
Okay,
Usually my answer is I have not been because I'm busy or sleeping.
fair. Sleeping's
I have
important.
been playing sleeping is important. Super Mario Wonder.
I haven't played that yet, and it has come out. We don't want to go into too much detail because it is so new. But how are you enjoying it
No
so far?
spoilers.
Yeah,
Super fun, colorful, cheery. The music, super fun. I love it.
yeah. I've heard it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm
Oh,
very
good.
excited. My husband's been playing the new Spider-Man.
Okay,
He's loving that.
good.
So good thumbs up reviews for both of those games in this house. What have you been
Good.
playing?
What have I been playing?
Stardew, you
Honestly,
said?
well, yeah, I've been playing randomizers a lot of. Slay the Spire is the game I've been playing a bunch
Mm.
of. It's a deck building roguelike. So you're climbing a tower, but it's a card game. You're getting cards and building decks to try and fight monsters to go through. And if your cards aren't good enough or it doesn't work out, you die. But then you get a little bit of bonus and you get to try again. That's the kind of roguelike. It's
Okay.
a you die, it's over, but then you start again with a bit of a bonus and you keep
Oh,
building.
that's
And I'm
fun.
yeah, so I've been really enjoying that. I'm kind of really late on the Slay the Spire game with a lot of folks, and I'm still playing Final Fantasy 14. So
There you go. Ongoing.
yeah, that one will end sometime. No. And I'm not
No.
speedrunning Elf. It's not happening. We did that. We fundraised for that and I got as far as I could. It's done. The dream is dead. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry
The dream is
actually at
over.
all. Yeah, the dream's dead.
Um, I want to hear more about Frog Detective, Dr. Goose. That sounds like a fun
Yes.
game.
Yeah,
Frog
it's
Detective.
really cute actually.
Have you played it?
No, I haven't, but I've
Okay.
seen kind of the pictures of it. It's really
Yeah.
adorable. You're just kind of going around. Oh, it's like the Fall Guys thing is live already. Oh, I haven't done that yet. You're a
I'm gonna
frog.
have to get
You're a
Frog Detective. I mean, that says it all. Oh, I will say, we traveled to that wedding. I took my Earl to the wedding, and I have a Steam Deck. And I met Dr. Dunlap in the airport, and in the most loving way, she let me know that I have failed my child because she never played Portal. So she played Portal on the airplane.
I was gonna say
And
Portal is amazing.
I love Portal. I was like, you're right. Valid, Dr. Dunlap. I have failed as a parent. I will remedy that immediately. And she loved it. So we played, and I helped her a little. So I played some Portal recently. But that's a classic. Classic.
That is amazing. Which Game Pass are we talking about, Dr. Goose, that Frog Detective is free on?
Yeah.
So we can make sure everyone can have that. And listen, there's no shame if anyone hasn't played a game we're talking about. It's never too late for it to be the new one.
That's it. It's never too late.
Today could be your day to play Portal for the first time, because you only get to play it for the first time once.
It's true. It's true. And then you get to play Portal 2. So
it's funny. I started Portal 2, and that's about as far as I got in Portal 2. Though I did finish the multiplayer with a friend years ago.
I played the multiplayer, yes.
Yeah. Yes, I've played the multiplayer, but I don't know, it just seemed too daunting. I was like, no, I'm good. And I just haven't really played
through the first one.
The single, yeah.
Game Pass, Xbox.
Oh, it is on the PC though. I'll have to check that out. I do have. I don't think I have Game Pass though, so that's fine. But if you have the Game Pass, you can get If you have
Frog Detective.
Pass, oh my god, yeah, you can get Frog Detective, which
seems
great. Like a deal. Yeah. Yeah, I think I just get the free games on Epic right now.
Oh, okay.
Whenever they have free games.
No Frog Detective.
No Frog Detective.
This time around. Maybe one day.
Hey, Steam sales.
Oh, Dr. Goose is volunteering his tribute.
To speedrun. Don't worry, I know some people who know how to speedrun. Couldn't be me, but we do know. Oh, we have the interested folks in chat being like, did I hear speedrunning?
Where? When?
Where? Where's the speedrunning? Yeah, but it's cute. Listen, any game can be speedrun. You just have to find out how to do it.
That's it.
What's
speedrunning?
Yeah.
You're the wrong channel.
I dare you. I dare you. Listen, some games, the speedrunning literally is press the A button really fast. And that hurts. Make sure you wear compression gloves and take care of your hands. You need them. Turbo's great. We love Turbo in this house. So you don't have to actually mash, which hurts a lot. You can hurt yourself speedrunning, so don't.
You can. Nintendo-itis, right? That's a thing somebody said once.
Oh yes. Yeah, there's speedrunning thumb and things like, there's a lot. Yeah, speedrunning as opposed to jogging. Listen, I also love it like when you're learning a game, a speedrun, you're kind of speed walking through it. Because you're just like, okay, we're not even running, we're just kind of doing the walk. Yeah, speedrunning carpal tunnel. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. Many of us have done that. Don't do it. It's bad. Please take care of yourself. Speed crawling.
Yeah, that's my pace. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
You don't have to be on a leaderboard, you just have to enjoy it. Big on that. So are there any games or books or things you're looking to play soon or read soon?
This is gonna I'm just gonna say the first thing that came to mind. A colleague of mine works at a big game studio in Trust and Safety, and they linked to me this game the other day. It's Trust and Safety Simulator. This is like so niche. It's so niche. I will. It's a browser game, but she was like, "Oh my god, it's like so real. It's painful." And I did play a little bit of it, and it's like you get a ticket, and they're complaining about this. Like, what do you do? And
As soon as you said you got a ticket, I was like, "Oh no, I have to go.
I have to leave. No, I have to go. Bye, Goose." So I want to play that more. I'm like really curious. And also, I haven't finished The Witcher 3. But I don't have the time anymore, honestly, to play the 100-hour games. Like, you need an hour to sit down and remember how to draw your different swords, like let alone actually progress
And
through the
by the time
story.
you've remembered, you have to go do something else.
You have to do, yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
I need like a week off so I can do that and like
Mhm.
Final Fantasy 15 and like, there's a lot in my backlog. Tears of the Kingdom. There's a lot in my backlog.
I'm not gonna lie, I lost a lot of my life to Tears of the Kingdom, and I have zero regrets. I
That's
didn't
the
think I
thing.
didn't
Yeah.
think there could be a game better than Breath of the Wild, and yet somehow Tears of the
Here we
Kingdom, in my
are.
opinion, was way better. And that's not saying
Yeah.
anything negative about Breath of the Wild. It's amazing, but they took something that was amazing and built on it and made it even better. And it
Made
was
it
like,
more amazing.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
so good. So I did play that one. The one I'm behind on is Final Fantasy 16. I have it,
You
but
know,
but I
I
set it up
know.
in my room and it was getting up to like 40 degrees Celsius, like 100
Oh,
Fahrenheit, and I was like, I'm not turning on my big TV and my next gen, PS5
in
system and
100-degree
heating up my room.
weather.
Yeah, it's not happening. We're not doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm still at the beginning. I literally have gotten my puppy and that was it. Uh,
Yeah. I
so
mean,
I'm not very far.
winter's coming, so now is the time, is the season
Winter's
to heat up your room.
Exactly. Oh my God, we have someone who's playing Link to the Past for the first time. I hope you love it. I hope that holds up to the experience
Oh,
because that's one
yeah.
of the ones I grew up playing and it holds so much nostalgia for me and I love it. Like I actually got decently okay at that game. And so I hope that holds up and you love it because it's such a great game.
It's a great game. Those ones too, like that we have such nostalgia. Like Final Fantasy 6 was what was happening before our interview, and I have
Yep.
such love and nostalgia for that game.
Yep.
Playing it when I was a kid.
Absolutely, same. I was playing it and Final Fantasy IV around the same time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I can't pick a favorite out of the two. It's whichever one I'm currently have played most recently, that's my favorite
yeah.
of
That's
the two.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I just love them both so much. But yeah, it's
7 or 6.
excellent.
Yeah, 6 is a masterpiece. I mean, even when I logged in to see what was happening on the channel, even the music, like the
It
battle
just hits you.
music,
Hmm.
it does. It
It's so
does.
good.
Yeah, big
Oh,
mood.
there's a free trial of Cult of the Lamb. I have played and finished
Oh,
that one. If you folks haven't played, it is a little creepy. It's good for the spooky season, but I thoroughly enjoyed Cult of the Lamb.
okay.
Yeah,
See, the
that one's
backlog's
yeah.
getting longer. It's getting
Always is. There's so many
longer.
games and so
Yeah.
many good indie games and such these days, which you play and you're like, so good.
Yeah, like Trust and Safety Simulator. No. Oh, you know what?
Exactly.
Actually, let me shout out Thirsty Suitors. I think it came out today. I
I've
so
never
want to
heard of
play.
that. Okay, I'm
Look,
gonna look it
I've
up.
never been more excited for a game
Okay,
truly
I'm
than
not
I
even
am
gonna
for
put
Thirsty Suitors.
the name at the end. Oh God, the game actually comes up. I have a curse on the internet where I look up things that should bring up very terrible things, and I get like G results. It's
Oh,
amazing.
that's funny. Yeah,
Let's
Thirsty
see.
Suitors looks great. It's like a dating sim.
You
Um,
play as Jello, a local skating legend who left Timber Hills on bad terms with both her family and more than a few exes.
uh-huh.
Oh.
See?
Okay, apparently it dives into real issues, but is lively and over the top too. You're speaking my language here, article.
I know, I
And
like the art style.
yeah, and I see a bear in a jogging suit. Wow. Oh, it's Annapurna as well. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yes. And you do there's cooking, you like impress your
Oh my
parents with your
god.
cooking. I know. The original trailer I saw, it was something like get back at your exes and disappoint your parents or something like that was like I was like,
Oh
sold.
my god,
What is
that's
this
my whole
game?
life.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
sign me up.
I know. So I'm super psyched. I think it came out today. So,
Oh
or it's coming
yeah.
out
Well,
imminently.
that is amazing. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
y'all, that's a game recommendation here.
There you go. Thirsty Suitors.
Try
You got to hear
Thirsty
first.
Suitors. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. My god, I have so many lists for games here I'm going to be looking up.
I
This is
know.
fabulous. I love this.
I know.
Oh, we even have a link in the chat. Oh, we have an actual link, not just an article. Okay, get out of the article. Let's go to there. Oh my God, I don't even know what's happening. Oh,
Right?
apparently it's on Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and
Okay.
Xbox.
It did come out today.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we're
Awesome.
definitely gonna have to try that. Maybe after Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 16.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I used to pride myself so greatly on the fact that I played every Final Fantasy except for the MMOs. I never played the
Same.
MMOs. And then I haven't played. I stopped at 14 because then I had kids. That was it. That was the end of my time.
Yep, I used to pride myself on the same, except it was the MMOs and the ones that hadn't come out here yet. But then 2 and
Yeah.
3 and 5 came out, and I have since finished 5, and I'm playing through 2 because of the Pixel remaster. And then I started playing 14, so I can't even say except the MMOs anymore because I play one of the MMOs. I did play the 313 games. I have not played 15, and I have not finished 16.
No, I haven't played 15 or 16.
Yeah, those ones I
they
definitely
look great
haven't.
though. Like I would love to.
I do own both of them. I'm more excited about 16. I'm not gonna lie. The little bit of it I've played, I'm just like, okay. I like what you're putting down. Tell me more.
I can go with this. I did start the 7 remaster.
I also started
briefly.
that and got then it beat me up and took my lunch money, and I said I'm good. And stopped playing it.
I've already played 7. I don't need this. Yeah.
I used to speedrun 7. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and we only just got outside of Midgar, so that's like the entire remake. So I'm good. Yeah.
I know. I was upset when I realized it was only half a game.
Right?
The remake. But I guess the second half is coming out soon. X2 is great. Someone said 8. 8, I love 8. They're all good. Let's be honest.
I didn't love 8. I am well due for a decades later replay of 8
probably.
and see if my adult self now that I'm 40 like it more than I did as a teenager. But I wasn't a fan of it then. I felt it would have been a good movie but was a terrible game. But again, it's been so long since I've played it. I need to try it again.
Yeah.
And I love that people love it. 10-2, love 10-2. Bad sequel to 10 in my opinion, but an amazing game on its own. Give me those dress spheres, the music. Oh my god, everything. It just hit all my happy buttons.
Yeah, for sure. 8 has the best. Maybe Blitzball's the best. Besides Blitzball, 8 has the best mini game. The card game in 8, amazing.
Yeah, very good. Very so good. They put it into Final Fantasy 14. So
did they?
Yeah, because where it's the MMO, they add a lot of extra things to do as well. And one of the things is you can play triple triad against like NPCs against other players.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell my husband that. That's going to make him want to play.
Yeah, don't. I love that I love that game, and I think it is actually the best Final Fantasy, which is saying something.
Yeah, it is.
I've played, like, the plot is amazing. But it is an MMO, so I never recommend it unless someone is specifically looking to play an MMO. And then I immediately go, play 14, it's so good. But otherwise, I'm like, don't do it. Don't lose your time. It takes too long. I played
World of Warcraft, like end level rating for many years, and so I know I can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. No, that's me now, and I love it, and I still have other time. I can separate the time, but I'm just like, don't do it, y'all.
No, it's not for everyone. I mean, those were some of the best days of my life. Honestly, I loved it. But different. I'm in a different era now. Different era. My life.
Where's the time? Where's the energy?
Not here.
Nope.
Not here.
Not even little. Well, we're getting to the end of our window here. Is there any last things you want to kind of bring up, mention, shout out before we
shout out? Yeah, I would love to again shout out the Psychgeist of Pop Culture books. You can go to psychgeistofpopculture.com and that'll tell you all about them. Again, the PDFs are free. They're fun. Science with the side of pop culture. Also, if you're looking for more about like the work I do at Take This, obviously you can go to takethis.org. But I also have a YouTube channel where I post videos about the science of games. I will link it there. Again, free science information. I'm all about the scientific communication and the free dissemination of knowledge anywhere possible. So, like, subscribe, all those things that
Click
come
all the
along with YouTube
things,
channels.
and
Click all the buttons, and you will get my face and science sent right to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming here and for chatting with
Thank
us. And everyone,
you.
definitely make sure to check out her book. It is pinned in the chat. So if you can buy it, amazing. If you can't, there's a free PDF. So definitely check it out. And we're going to toss things back to our lovely restreamer to get us going for the next game, which I'm
Right.
sure we can all find out from the schedule together. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.